Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by StrikeForceEnergy.com.
Yeah, it's amazing how much of a big part of your life that is.
I just don't have kids, so I have none of these problems.
I think you will. By the way, Matt.
That's great.
I actually think you will. I follow your wife on Instagram. She was playing with a child, maybe yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, it's her nephew. Back off. She's a nice person.
Wow.
That's why. I'm not gonna say no, but like, there's a cap of 5 years. Like, in the next 5 years, I can't. Like, I'm good.
No, for sure. And I wouldn't recommend it. Like, do it after 35.
Yeah, I Justin Bieber life, man. I never
do.
say never. Like, everything could be feasible and possible. Nothing's. Yeah, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, and Evan, you and I are around the same age, and it's like our kids are about the same age as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad we did it at this. At least me, I'm glad I did it at this point because when you have a company,
but in 5 years, I'm your age essentially, right?
Yeah.
So like, I'd be doing it at the same time. So
yeah, which you should,
and it's perfect because you guys will have like 14-year-olds by the time I probably have a kid, which I'll be like, hey man, like Nara's babysitting fucking my kid.
Yeah, totally true. Actually, yeah.
But I don't know if you feel the same way, Evan. But like for me personally, I was such an asshole, I think, because of having a company at sort of a younger age that like by the time I had kids, it was like a nice welcome of like, oh, fuck, I should probably be a better person.
Yeah, it's funny. I was just thinking about this the other day. Like my second kid really, she just really kind of softens me in a way that it's actually I invite it because I was really concerned that I wouldn't have feelings. I've talked about it before a lot. Where at 37. I think I was just really concerned with, hey, you know what? Am I going to have the capacity to love, I should say, or have any form of feeling whatsoever? Because it's just kind of callous to every environment anywhere. And my kids have really kind of they've done that. They've actually proven that I do have the capacity to love and have feelings, and it's okay. Especially when I have two little girls, so I can't. I can't get angry. I don't raise my voice, like I don't do any of those things. I'm just like, okay, let's work through these problems, and it's really good. I think for me, just having kids is really good for me because I think I would be even more. People have said they've said that I can be fairly intense, and I think my kids have definitely kind of taken the edge off.
I don't think you're that intense, to be honest with you.
Like, I don't either, but people tell me that. Like,
well, there's a little bit to it. You call a spade,
right,
and you don't fucking sugarcoat it, which is why you're such a good CEO. Because if you were to sit there like, okay, Brad, let's talk about feelings and how you didn't fucking work last night. You're just like, well, next time if you work and did your fucking job, I wouldn't do it for you. I mean, you don't say it that way, but like, I fucking commend that because I'm not that guy. That's why I was a terrible CEO because I'd be like, oh man, no worries, brother. Like maybe next time, man. Like, and then fucking that doesn't work. That's not how you run a fucking company. So I don't think you're an asshole. You just call a spade a spade.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time, like, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole in this, but I spent a lot of time kind of being introspective with the kids and just really trying to figure out how to communicate more effectively with them, kind of understand them. And I still have a hard time because it's, empathizing with a 4-year-old is very difficult, especially when you go from, like, Matt and I or whomever, we go from, like, managing a company of 100 people to a house. And, because of my background, I'm not, it's not like I've been teaching preschool or something. My wife accuses me of trying to turn my daughter into a Green Beret at times. And it's not intentional. It's just like, I'll ask simple questions like, why are you doing that? Stop standing on the table. Get off. And I institute some things that could be perceived as like military behavior. I got to give countdowns and things where I'm like, you have 5 seconds. 5, 4, I'll start counting down. But, man, that snaps her moving, dude.
Why do you think they do it in the military?
Oh, yeah.
You have 5 seconds getting your fucking bunks. 5, 4. You're like, oh, God, I don't want to get smoked and have extra duty.
And that's exactly what I instituted was like, okay, so I've got these countdown rules. She goes into timeout, things like that, where those are things that I learned, and I'm way less. I'm like, okay, honey, you got 5 seconds, and she's like, what? Yeah, 5 seconds to time out. You better fucking shape up, So I don't say fuck or anything. I can lay it down. I'm definitely, my wife is like way more forgiving. Like there's not a lot of fudge factor over in my land. There's like tighten it up, like we clean her room before she goes to bed. It's so funny because it's like I'll just sit there in the chair and give her directive to clean up everything, and it takes sometimes 45 minutes. And I'm just sitting there, pick that up, organize this, put everything away. And I was thinking about it, and I'm smoked in the evenings. Like I'm like completely mentally exhausted. And I still got to put in an extra, few hours when I get home and actually try to be a good dad and give her the tools that she's going to need to succeed. So that's my 2 cents. That was a long answer to a short question.
That's all right. Look, that's the hardest part, I think, is making the time.
Right.
'Cause I'm the same way with you. I come home, hang out for a couple hours, and then I'll work for like 3 or 4. And it's that balance of whether or not you actually spent enough time with your child during the day that always haunts me.